pick already, or it's brand new and destined to become a customer pick. Now, what you're seeing right here is from none other than Professor Amos. This one is a customer pick. It's also on auto ship, and it's also one of those items that once you use it, you don't want to be without it. So get it on auto ship. It's the SuperFast Drain Cleaner, and you're getting the 2-pack, which is what you see right here. So if you've ever used it, and you know that it has been able to dissolve those clogs that you get in your drains and your sinks around your home, particularly hair clogs. Maybe it's your hair, maybe it's the pet's hair, whatever the case is. It dissolves those clogs and it frees up that drain. If you've ever used it and you loved it, go ahead and get it, not only getting the 2-pack, but get it on auto ship. And I say this because we've had to reorder this time and time again, but this is gonna be your last chance of the season to get this, to be able to order it until, because we're not gonna get another shipment in until into the fall, like into October. And so I wanna make sure that you don't miss out. Over 2 million bottles of the Professor Amos SuperFast Drain Cleaner have been sold. This is a feature price. We've got it on 5 flex because everything during customer favorites weekend is 5 flex. And we're gonna show you how to use it. And by we, I mean, well, me and Amos Harp III, who's standing close. Good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Good to be with you, Tamara. This is so exciting. This is so good. It's spring cleaning right now. And one thing you may be missing is cleaning the inside of your drain lines. Now, SuperFast has an accelerated formula. What that means to you is it opens the drain line, cleans the drain lines, and it does it fast. You don't wait 60 minutes. You don't wait 30 minutes. You give it 10 seconds to go to work. SuperFast turns your hair into foam. It turns your food into foam. All your grease and oil in the drain line turns into foam. That's called saponify. That's the dynamic way that it works, turning everything in the drain into foam. Now, let me show you this. This is important for you to know. When you have a clog at home, most of the time you're in a panic state of mind. You're grabbing one of these consumer products. Now, they tell you to pour half this bottle down the drain line, but products like these are highly corrosive, Tamara. You got to be very careful. They want you to ventilate the area. They want you to wear gloves and masks. Let me tell you what happens. 90% of the chemicals trickle right past the clog, and it ends up down here in that curve unit. That curve unit is designed to hold fluids to keep odors from coming back up and permeating through your house. But the chemicals are sitting there building heats of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That's definitely hot enough to crack your drain lines. So let's get back to test tube number 1 and 2. I want to show you. After you've used this, you leave it sit for 10 minutes, and then all you have to do is run hot water for 5 minutes. Here you go, Tamara. Take a look at this.
Look at that.
Everything's been suspended free from the inside of the drain line. Now it's going to inevitably pass right through there as you run the water for 5 minutes. It's all going right through the drain line. Let me do it one more time, just so you can get a bird's eye view. Like I said, everything's been suspended free from the inside of the drain line. Now you just run hot water for 5 minutes, and it all passes right through the drain lines. Your drain lines come out squeaky clean. You'll be glad because no drain gas, no drain odor, none of this stuff is coming back up out of your drain lines. Now,
Yes.
let me dive right into this so that you know the deal right here.
Okay.
This is known as the dirtiest place in your whole house. 500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch. That's what's in the drain line of your kitchen sink. So before you have a problem, maintenance your drain lines, clean your drain lines with SuperFast. But if you went too far, eliminate the food source, okay? This is going to open your drain line and it's going to clean it. So there's nothing in there for the bugs and the critters to feed on. Eliminating that food source. Just give it a good 10 minutes to break it all down into foam, and that's saponifying just like that. Now, the #1 culprit when it comes to your clogs at home, Tamara, is hair. Hair's the #1 culprit. Every clog consists of hair. So I want to show you this. I've got a time-lapse video for you to see, and I'll show you the dynamic way. You just give this 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes for that hair to turn into foam. So when that video comes up, I'll talk, here it is right here. Pet hair, human hair, fuzz, lint, even fur. It takes 10 minutes for the hair to turn into foam, and it saponifies it just like that. Because here's the deal. If you don't do that, here's the problem. Tamara, the inside of the drain line is coated with fats, oils, and greases. So when you wash your dog or your cat one time and that hair clings to that drain line, it just builds and builds and builds until there's a nest of hair.
Yes.
Nothing can get through there.
That's right.
Now there's no job too big or too small. Let me show you. These lines right here represent the big 6-inch tubes that go from under your house out to the sidewalk. There's 6 ounces in test tube number 1. Tamara, let me show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to pour this whole bottle of this consumer product that you see at the stores and the depots all the time. There it is. They tell you to pour half that bottle in there. There's the whole bottle. Now, if you take a look here, those chemicals go down to the bottom of your drain line. They just lurk and linger there, and they're building heats of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, that's too hot for your drain lines. They're not meant to get that hot. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, you see SuperFast is breaking things down, saponifying, turning everything into foam. No heat index. The pipe's not hot. It's not going to crack your line.
That's right.
This is the safe way to do it.
Yes, it is.
The non-corrosive way to do it.
And let me share with you too, because remember, this is going to be your last chance to go ahead and order this or get on auto ship before the fall, because we're not getting another shipment in. So when these are gone, it's going to be some months and months and months before we can get them back in. And you know what happens? You know what happens when you don't have something that you need? You need it. You do. That's, you know, because you might be saying, well,
yes.
I don't have a clog right now. Guess what? As soon as you can't get it, as soon as we're sold out, as soon as the auto ship is gone, you're going to go in or you know, the kids are going to say, Mom, my sink is clogged. Yep. And you're going to say, why didn't I just have that on hand? Because it happens to everybody. Look at this. This is the way you do it.
It does. That's the way you do it. And Tamara, you're so right. You know, I don't have eyes in the back of my head, and there's always something going on. The kids are in the bathroom. You know, they're old enough now. They're in there doing things. Maybe something goes down the drain that wasn't supposed to go down there. It happens. It happened to me. It could happen to you too. Listen, use the SuperFast to get the job done effectively. No gloves, no mask when you're using it. It turns the hair into foam. It turns the food into foam. All the greases and oils turn into foam. And there's a perfect consistency in here that weighs heavier than water. So when you have a clog and standing water's in there, you pour that down there. It gets through the water and down to the clog, and with that accelerated formula, it starts to break it down right away. Now, right back to the consumer product. If you're just tuning in, here's the problem. You got to know it. Products like these are highly corrosive, and I'm not going to knock their product too much, but I want to let you know this does damage to your drain lines. You got to be careful, and you can hurt yourself as well. They tell you to pour half that bottle down the drain. Well, there's about as much as I could fit. Let me explain something to you. 90% of the chemicals trickle past the clog. They end up down here at that curve unit, down at the bottom. That's designed to hold fluids to keep odors from coming back up and permeating through your house. But the chemicals are sitting there building those heats of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, it's still cold out in some parts of the country. And when your pipes go from extremely cold to hot fast from these chemicals, it'll crack. And just so you know, we're all aware, when you call a plumber and he comes to your house, it's called a service call. It's at least $100 when he knocks on your doors. And it doubles, it triples around the holidays. So do yourself the biggest favor, Tamara. Here it is. SuperFast. One more time.
Fast.
Remember.
SuperFast.
They tell you don't mix.
They say don't mix it, but we're going to share with you the fact that this is a thick accelerator formula, so it doesn't just trickle past the clog like you were seeing in the demonstration. It's thicker, so it can hold on and long enough to do the job, to help to dissolve that hair, the pet hair, the human hair, the gunk, the soap that's all down all of our drains. You know, I always say, you know, the only difference between the person who has a clogged drain and the person who doesn't is that the person who doesn't have a clogged drain doesn't have a clogged drain yet, because it happens, and we just want to be prepared. So you're getting 2 bottles. You'll notice that Amos didn't use the entire bottle to fix one clog. So you could likely have these for a while, but if you want to get them on auto ship, please do. And I want to read a couple of reviews, because it's a customer pick. This review said, I used this one time and like magic, no more clogged drain. That's what I want. That's what I want to hear. This one says, this product really works and I use it every few months to keep all of my apartment drains clear. We've got another one. This product is absolutely fantastic. It worked just like it was advertised. I will definitely purchase this again. And this is the deal. You can get it on auto ship to make sure that you're not without. As you can see, we originally brought in about 70,000 units. We're down to just over 3,000 of these left. So if you want it, now would be the time. Okay, so I want to share, I want to see more. And just so you know, I can use these in even my decorative, beautiful sinks, and it's not going to harm them, right?
Absolutely. It's safe on your decorative sinks. Oh, just so we know, it's safe on any kind of drain lines. Cast galvanized steel, PVC, copper, your septic tank. It's safe in the septic tank. What? You can use it in the boat tank and the RV tank as well. And just, I got to touch on this because you already mentioned how many applications, okay? So with one bottle, you get up to 6 applications. You can open and clean your drain lines up to 6 times, and you're getting 2 of those bottles. So there's enough in here where you don't even have to wait for the clog. Do yourself a favor, maintenance and clean. Spring cleaning's here, spring cleaning's here.
Yes.
Maintenance and clean those drain lines, and you'll be glad you did. Let's get back to test tube number 1 real quick, because if you're just tuning in, you must see how fast this works. It doesn't take 30 minutes for this to go to work. There's an accelerated formula in here. That means it works on contact. You just give it 10 seconds. Tamara, I'm telling you what. Say my name, say my name. It works so fast. It works that good.
I love it. You see it working. You see it working as we're demonstrating. Try it out, and I'll tell you, if it keeps you, if it saves you from calling a plumber just one time, it's so worth it, because it's always when you either have a house full of people and you get a drain, or it's a weekend, it's a Friday evening, right, on a holiday weekend, and if you call somebody, they're charging you overtime, double time, triple time, holiday time, and you're thinking it's just a clog.
Oh my goodness, look at it go.
Look at that. And look at how fast it is. If you are, maybe this morning when you took a shower, you know, and you were standing in water, but you were actually supposed to be taking a shower, you need this. We do have, and this is going to be great if you have a clog. You also have brought to us the PM maintenance drain powder, so that can help us to maintain. Maybe we want to make sure that we don't get a clog. So you can use them in conjunction, and that's why we have them both out here. But if you have a clog, you need SuperFast. If you want to maintain the cleanliness of your drains, then you go for the PM maintenance formula. Either way, you can't go wrong. And we've got these for you. Amos, I know we're almost out of quantity here.
My goodness, if you want to open your drain lines like a professional, use a professional grade proprietary formula like our SuperFast. Watch this go to work. And over here, test tube number 2, I'm pouring the whole bottle in here, Tamara. There's the whole bottle right there. Now, I'm going to point this out while this is breaking down. Look down here. All the chemicals are sitting there building heats. It's going to crack your drain line because it's getting so hot in there. Do yourself the biggest favor. Never use a consumer product like that, because you're gonna mess your drain lines up. Right here, SuperFast is a proprietary formula with that accelerated formula, meaning it works very fast and it gets the job done without making the heat. Making the heat. But it's bringing the heat, Tamara. It's bringing it, but it's not making it.
And that's right. Bringing it in the best way. In the best way. Thank you so much, Amos. Always good to have you. Again, Customer Favorites Weekend. You are one of the customer favorites, as is Professor Amos. So thank you so much for being with us. And if you want to go ahead and get the 2-pack, please do. If you want it on auto ship, we have fewer than 400 spaces left for auto ship on your SuperFast drain cleaner. And take advantage of the 5 Flex. We've got 5 Flex on everything for customer appreciation weekend. So definitely take advantage of that, okay? 084-478 is the number for SuperFast. Okay, I'm gonna head on over. We're gonna shift gears a little bit because we're giving you and